Yo guys, welcome to my tutorial for Aimtastic. It's a free-to-play game that you can download on Steam and a great way to improve your aim. I will show you how to set up your settings with Fortnite as an example in mind, and I will also show you my routine that you can use to practice. When it comes to sensitivity, you should try to have exactly the same sensitivity in Aimtastic as you would have in the game that you want to practice for. All you have to do is enter your DPI and find the right centimeters per 360. You can figure out your centimeters per 360 by simply doing a 360 in-game and then measure the distance your mouse traveled on the mousepad from left to right. I would recommend you not to use mouse acceleration since it is very hard to configure and you will also have a hard time when you change anything in your setup or play different games to get used to it. For your graphic settings, I would recommend you to set the bullet decals to 0. Rest of the settings below are personal preference. However, one more very important thing is that you put your screen mode to exclusive full screen mode. This will set the input delay to a minimum and prevent lags. I'm using the default resolution in Fortnite and in-game here, but some of you might feel more comfortable with using a different resolution which they also use in the game they want to practice for. There are plenty of ways to customize your crosshair. I tried to match mine with Fortnite since this is the game I want to practice for. If you want, you can copy my settings shown on screen. The game is still in development, but so far they added a good variety of different modes to practice your aim. Especially for Fortnite, your flicking will be very important, since this is what it often comes down to in close range shotgun fights, and simply having a higher accuracy than your opponent will allow you to be victorious in most of these engagements. If you have selected your game mode, there's different leaderboards for global rankings, but also for your Steam friend list. And also you can see your top scores that you have achieved so far. When it comes to practice, consistency is way more important than the length of your training sessions. So I will give you a 15-minute practice routine that features all the important aspects of your aiming. We will do all our exercises in the pop-up targets mode, since you can decide the pace of speed. For the room settings, select custom mode and then put the target size to maximum. Since for our first exercise, we will practice your speed. Don't worry about missing shots, just try to be as quick as possible. This exercise will help you wake up your brain and make you react and think faster. The goal of the next exercise will be exactly the opposite. You want to be slow but super controlled to practice your precision. For this exercise, you should target around 20. You can go a little bit higher if you have difficulty at the start, or maybe even a bit lower if you're feeling very confident about your precision. Try to move your crosshair in the middle of the target in one motion. It's okay to do a slow movement. What you want to avoid are those fast motions where you have to readjust your crosshair at the end. So what I showed you in the last few shots, try to avoid them and be more precise like this now. The following exercise will work on your peripheral vision. So you will set the target size back to the default value of 75 and then simply add 2 targets. Obviously your main focus should always be the target that you shoot here, but at the same time you will need to use your peripheral vision to already keep an eye on the following target that you want to go for. You can try to go fast with this exercise, but be accurate enough to hit at least 80 to 90% of your shots. Next up, we will have another exercise with the focus on precision. Keep every setting on default, but put the distance to the maximum of 10. This exercise is very similar to the second exercise that I showed you, but I really want you to be 100% accurate here and go for clean, controlled mouse movements. In general, for this exercise routine, you shouldn't care about your score and simply focus on the purpose of the exercise. By the way, each of these 5 exercises takes 30 seconds, so you want to repeat them 8 to 10 times, which will let you finish this routine in about 15 minutes. And yeah, for the final one, we will just do the default settings on standard mode. So you can do this routine as a warm-up before you start gaming, but maybe also do it once again when you end and before you go to sleep. Additionally, you can also do like a 15-minute training session where you work on one different exercise in specific, but I will show you these in my next video. So yeah, that's it for the tutorial. Hopefully you liked it. If so, I would be very happy if you like it, subscribe, and of course share it with your friends. Thank you very much for watching.